My name is Edith Victoria. I'm 38 years old and I'm a t-shirt designer. I have one son, Gabriel, who is 5 years old. It is alarming what's happening in London at the moment. I'm not concerned only because I already have it in my mind how I plan to try and raise him. I know some things can't be avoided. You've got people being killed now that aren't even in gangs. But I feel like I would just need to be around him more, and that might mean he's slightly restricted and he doesn't have as much freedom, but ultimately he would be safer for it. So, small things like taking him to school, picking him up from school, so he doesn't have the room to get involved with the kind of people that I wouldn't want him to associate with. Just being more available to him, making sure he has activities to take part in, making sure he has hobbies, and also being slightly selective about the friends he does take up with, because I think knowing where the families of other children who he plays with and spends time with is really important. So they're the kind of things I hope to be able to manage as he gets older. I think the concern does start quite young. I think it's not 15, 16 anymore, it gets as early as 11. So I'm hoping the area as well that we're going to live in will be an area where there's less of these types of, groups of children hanging out in the streets, forming these kind of detrimental relationships and friendships. And I think there's only so much certain parents can do because they have to work. So you can't even blame them to an extent because they have to provide a roof over their children's heads. They have to provide food. So in order for them to do that, then of course they have to spend, quite a lot of time at work. But I'm fortunate in the sense that I work for myself, so I will be able to manage my schedule so that I am around more for him, and there is less room for him to become involved with people that potentially could lead him down a very negative path. If I had the choice, then absolutely I probably would move out of London. My concerns are him being able to go to a good school, me being able to afford for him to go to a good school, because I don't necessarily think state schools can accommodate and offer the best education. I do feel there are small advantages that make a big difference, such as classroom sizes and things like that. So I will move where I feel I can manage my business, Gabriel can attend a good school, and Gabriel can form friendships with people or with children from families who aren't likely to be involved with the gang culture.
If Gabriel was a girl, would you be as concerned?
No, there's a lot of things. If Gabriel had been a girl, I wouldn't have sent him to a Montessori nursery. I probably wouldn't have enrolled him in Kumon. I probably wouldn't be looking at private school as an option for his education. But as he's a boy, all of those things I have been putting in place, and that it's a different mindset. It's a different ball game. He lacks a regular, permanent, positive role model in his life at the moment, and I think that plays a part in a lot of the children that are getting caught up in the street killings. So yeah, it is different. I know there are girl gangs, but I just think that the male gangs, or the gangs which are predominantly made up of males, are causing much more harm and destruction within the community. A lot of these people are committing crimes and they're very young and they have no real understanding of what it is that they are doing and the impact it's going to have on their own family and the family of the victim. So I do believe that once a child has taken another child's life, there usually will come a time where they are actually going through their own trauma and their own regrets for doing or being a part of someone losing their life. It's a shame that more parents are worrying, gosh, they're going to go out here, they're going to go out there, are they going to be okay, are they going to come back that night? No parent should have to bury their child. I think that's the most heartbreaking thing. If anything ever happened to Gabriel, I just think throw me in the ground with him, because that would be me over. But I do worry for him, but I feel like I can do a lot to protect him. So I feel like he has, I could be wrong and I could be completely naive, because I know one of the children that died recently was just hit by a bullet playing football what more could his mother have done to protect him? Nothing. So, but in terms of other things that I know that I can do, I am hopeful moving forward that if we have to stay in London, I will be able to keep him close to me, under my wings. He might hate that, he probably will hate that, but I don't care, because I'll be keeping him safe.